Yearling sales are measured by one criteria, the number of champion graduates it sells. The Lexington Selected Yearling sale stands alone. Year after year, horses like Some Beach Somewhere, Dewey Cheatham and Howe, Snow White.
Snow White is trotting home to a huge mile here at Lexington. It's all Snow White, and she is coming down to the finish, and Snow White will win it in hand, and Snow White scores in 1:52 and 4. Fastest mile ever by a 2-year-old trotter.
And countless others have gone on to win the classic races. This year's sale runs from October 13th through 17th at the Fasig-Tipton Sales Pavilion in Kentucky and is another collection of blue bloods. Catalogs are now available online for your viewing at lexingtonselected.com.
Harness Central today comes to you from Campbellville Training Center we're here with Terry Hunter, owner of Delcrest Julian. Terry, you're going into tomorrow's $130,000 OSS Gold Final. You've kind of come out of the woodwork with this horse. He won his elimination 58-3 and looked tremendous doing it. There's a bit of a story with him. Tell us about it.
Yeah, he was a horse that we always knew he had lots of talent. There was never any question whether he could trot or not. It's just he was always a little bit of a nervous horse, and he's just kind of starting to settle down. He's developed some faith in himself and gaining confidence with every race, every time he goes on the track, and it's really starting to show now.
He's an Oakley Julian that you spent a small fortune for.
We did, not much of a fortune, that's for sure.
$7,500 at the Canadian yearling sale?
Correct, yeah, we've had really good luck with the Oakley Julians. We actually have 3 of them, 3 2-year-olds that 2 of them are racing in the golds and one's racing in the grassroots, and so we're really happy with the breed.
Right. James McDonald trains him. Anthony, his brother, drives him. And this horse has had kind of a spotty record through the year, but he did finish second in elimination of the William Wellwood, and then he jumped up and ran away from them the other day. I read that you had stated that this horse's future is going to be down the road, really. You feel that he's going to be an excellent older horse. Tell us a little bit of your thoughts on that.
We believe that, and we've had multiple people that have seen the horse, that have watched him train, they've watched him race, and everybody's kind of the same opinion. He's just a very, very big, muscular horse. If you look at him, it's hard to believe he's actually only a 2-year-old right now. And again, growing into his body, and the way he trots, and he's gaining confidence, we're pretty sure we're going to have a real heck of a horse in the future.
All right, now tomorrow at Flamborough you've got Post 8, you've got Buckham's Bay out of the 2-hole, which can't be too exciting, even though he did get beat last week. How do you feel about this race?
Well, we're not pinning all our hopes on this race. Drawing the 8-hole on a half-mile track is never the best thing, but we think he's going to race good, and he's going to show what he can do. But to say that we're going to beat Buckham's Bay coming out of the 8-hole, I think that might be stretching it a little bit, but we'll see.
Right. You, with a bit of luck, will make it to the Super Final too, which is in another, what are we talking here, 6 weeks, I guess. He'll like the big track better?
Definitely likes the big track. He can drift around the turn stuff, but again, because his whole life since we bought him, he's been training on the half-mile track here at the training center, and so he doesn't know any different. He, like Anthony said when he drove him last week for me, he said he just absolutely leaned right into the turns and didn't struggle with them whatsoever. So he gets around any size, but definitely he's a horse that likes to finish, and with the big long stretches at Mohawk or Woodbine, it'll be to his advantage, I think.
Right. You are manager here for the Campbellville Training Center and have some interesting ideas on how you race your horses. For one, you don't spend a small fortune to buy them, but you sort of are very hands-on and in control of all your horses racing. Tell us your philosophy about that and in the racing scene these days.
Yeah, you know what, we have some very, very good people work for us. With these particular horses, James McDonald and his staff, I can't say more about them. They've all done a great job. The system that we use for training down the horses is maybe a little bit different than some of the other trainers use. They treat the horses as if they're aged horses almost from day one. We break them very quickly. We baby race them all winter, so that when they do hit the track, they're used to being with other horses and racing with other horses. But as far as the hands-on, definitely. I believe you have to be hands-on. I know everything that's going on with every one of my horses, and the guys, they accept that, and it seems to work well. The guys, they know horses. There's no question that I'm never going to try and say that I know more about horses than the guys, James and the rest of the boys. But I kind of look after the business end. They look after the horse end, and it's a good team. It's been working.
And possibly some very productive weeks ahead here.
We're hoping. We're keeping our fingers crossed. We've got Delcrest in Saturday in the gold final. We've got 2 of our fillies in Friday in the gold final down in Rideau. So we're keeping our fingers crossed for a big weekend.
Okay. Well, thanks for your time, and hope you end up with a tax problem out of this.
Great. Thank you very much.
Okay. This is Harold Howe with Terry Hunter, giving you the Harness Racing Edge.